Does my nose look red to you? Because I came out to say hello to the ladies and gentlemen and get to know them, you know, basically, you know, butter them up a little bit before we start. And the makeup lady came rushing out behind me, Lisa, and she was like, oh! And she started powdering my nose, and I'm like, what are you doing? I said, did my nose get shiny? And she said, no, it's red. And Lisa, who does the makeup on the show, you can't tell because we don't light it, but she does a very good job. And anyway, apparently my nose was red, and I was like, well, I was drunk for a very long time. But I've been not drunk for a very long time as well. Oh, please, no, that's not what I meant. Oh, no, knock it off. Now, see, that's just the kind of thing that I don't enjoy. I've been sober for... Dr. Phil. This is not Dr. Phil. For one, I'm not a doctor. And two, neither is Dr. Phil. But that's not the point. No, apparently my nose is red. And it's true, though, I've been seen on the Tweety box, because I like to get on the Tweety box. I like to go on the Tweety box, and I look at the Twitters, and a lot of the people on the Tweety have been like, Craig, your nose is kind of red these days. And I'm like, yeah, well. Maybe my nose becomes engorged with blood when I'm excited. Oh, no, wait. Ah, yes. That's the other area. Good news, everybody. Commercials.
The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson, sponsored by the new Ford Edge. The world has never seen a crossover quite like this.
It's hard to stay up, it's been a long, long day, and you've got the Sandman at the door. But hang on, leave the TV on, and let's do it anyway. It's okay, you can always sleep through work tomorrow, okay? Hey, hey, tomorrow's just your future yesterday.
Ladies and gentlemen, Craig Ferguson.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Let it go. Please, please. No, that's enough. Really, I really appreciate it. Thanks. But when I saw the warm-up comedian going, come on, like that, I thought, man, they really are a crap audience. What am I going to do? Then I thought, well, if they're crap, it doesn't matter, because guess what? We'll see. We'll all suck together. By the way, We'll All Suck Together is the name of a movie I've just had an idea for. Can I say that? Yeah. Oh, I can, great. Then I have no interest in saying it. The minute they tell me I can say it, I'm like, oh, that. I'm sorry for cussing, but I'm European. Where I come from, cussing's not cussing. It's considered food. Anyway, never mind that, because it's a great day for America, everybody. Yes! Yes, it is. Yes, it is. A great day for America. A great day if you're a foodie. You know, someone who likes food, as opposed to people who don't like food. Who doesn't like food? Models, I guess. Anyway, it's a great day if you like food and you're in Serbia. That narrows it down a little bit, I guess. But in Serbia, I'm not kidding, this is a true thing. I'm not making this up just so I can say this. They are having the World Testicle Cooking Championship. That's absolutely true. You can look it up on your computer. I'm not making it up. And then when you find it's on the computer, you'll know it's true. It is. They're having the World Testicle Cooking Championship. You can eat things like ostrich balls, kangaroo balls, really, goat balls, and me stuck here. The world... Not for the first time I've thought, oh, if only I could be in Serbia. The World Testicle Cooking Championship, it's a real thing, and it's easy to find. Once you get to Serbia, it's right next door to the world's angriest zoo. Anyway, the winning recipe was announced earlier tonight. Nard boiled eggs. With a side of scrotatoes. All right. That's enough. I'll let the ball thing drop. It's not just about eating testicles, this thing. They've got other stuff going on, too. They've got the sack races. They got they've got a big gala ball. This is a big event. People go nuts for this thing.
More, please.
No, that's it. I'm done. That's enough, Jeff. Anyway, there was a big announcement today from Apple Computers. They announced that Steve Jobs unveiled the latest high-tech gizmo. What it is, it's a new iPod. It looks like an iPhone, but it can't make phone calls. So it's an iPhone. That's how they've decided to combat the problem. It's a new iPod! But it looks like a phone. That's the genius of it! Anyway, it's a great week if you like Serbian testicle eating, and it's a great week if you want a new iPhone, and it's not a great week, though, if you're an American school children. Because the schools are going back. Yeah, I know. I'm very happy when the schools go back. The house is quiet, kids are out all day, there's no line for Dance Dance Revolution at Chuck E. Cheese. You want to see me in Chuck E. Cheese with my tiny little hat on? I'm Harajuku, biatch. Anyway, school, of course, very valuable. CBS cares. Now, if you want to get ahead in life, there's nothing more important than having a good education or wealthy parents. If you get wealthy parents, you don't have to go to school. Anyway, the school just started a week ago, but the back-to-school signs have been up for months. You know what? It's turned into one of them huge, extra-long holidays so they can sell you crap. Everybody's trying to sell you crap because you're going back to school. Like at Pep Boys, they're like, it's time to go back to school, kids. You need to stock up on tires and brakes. And... like, this is Pep Boys, back-to-school sale. The school sales were different. The supplies were different when I went to school. All I needed was a notebook, a pencil, and weaponry. My mother would say, off you go to school, Craig, don't forget your shank. Now, I have a message for any school children watching. First of all, go to bed. Or maybe you're watching on your iPhone. In which case, call me. Aha! No, what I would like to say to American school children, though, is please respect your teachers. Teachers have got a very tough job, especially here in California. A lot of them have been terminated by our governor here in California. It's terrible. They have. Only had 8 years to come up with that.
Ta-da!
Yeah, thanks, Jeff. Hasta la vista, algebra. Anyway. Teachers, though, that are still lucky enough to have jobs here in LA have been graded themselves. This is true. The LA Times newspaper just printed a very controversial list of teachers. I should probably explain, by the way, a newspaper is something that people used to read. It's like it's kind of like a website, but everything on it is from yesterday. It's crinkly and it stains your hands. It's like having sex with Larry King. Anyway.
Take that.
Take that, man who's always been nothing but nice to me. Anyway, the LA Times, what they did is they printed out a list of teachers who work in LA public schools, and they've ranked them from best to worst, and the teachers are outraged, and I agree with them. I would hate to have a job where my performance was given a rating and I was ranked in daily papers and... Wait a minute. What's going on over there? You playing with Jeff's curtain?
Nope.
No, not you, Jeff. Someone was playing with a curtain behind you.
Nope.
Was that
Nope.
Yeah.
No biscuits.
Yeah. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the show. That's what I have instead of a band. Hey, knock it off. Knock it off. That's right. All I get to do is suck and blow. Not that I'm complaining. What time is it, Jeffrey Peterson?
Hey, what's happening in Tweetland, Craig?
I don't know, Jeffrey. Let's take a look.
Euro crashes and Euro litter. Get on the dance floor and shake your Twitter. Bum, 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 bum. Check the tweets.
Plus emails. Plus emails. This is an email. This is from Cynthia in Chicago and Illinois, who says, Dear Craig, my boyfriend told me that his sunglasses, I think Cynthia is originally from Ireland. Dear Craig, my boyfriend told me that his sunglasses and I... Oh, my boyfriend told me that his sunglasses and I are the most valuable things he owns. What should I make of this? You have got to realize your self-esteem has been damaged by your boyfriend. You can't. Look, you can't say your boyfriend doesn't own you, and he may not even own the sunglasses. He may have just borrowed them. You should say, you don't own me. That's what, in any romantic relationship, you have to make it very clear to anyone that you're getting involved in a relationship with, make it clear to them that you are not going to take their ay caramba. Make it clear to them. Tell any man or any woman, I am not taking your crap. And then they can leave and go and find someone who will. 3 marriages it took me to learn that. Yeah. This is from Annie in Stuttgart in Germany. Germany? Annie says, Dear Craig, my ex cheated on me, but now he has asked me out on a date. Should I give him another chance? Let me put this in a way you'll understand in Germany. Giving your boyfriend another chance after he's cheated on you would be like opening a second front in Russia. Oh, I see. Exactly. Yes. We'll be right back. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show where, anyway. It's free, there. Welcome back to the free show. Free show, yes! Yes! So what you're saying, Craig, is that we don't have to pay anything? No. Here's the truth. CBS doesn't want me to tell you this, but you don't even really have to pay that much attention to the commercials. Now, if you meet anyone from CBS, don't tell them I said that. But you're robbing yourself, though, if you don't pay attention to the commercials, because the stuff they advertise here, it's awesome. This is a man trying to dig himself out of a hole. 3 marriages it took me to learn that. My first guest tonight is a very beautiful woman. She hosts an Emmy Award-winning talk show. It's in its 5th season. Well, its 5th season premieres on September the 20th. Take a look at this.
Who cracks you up? Who do you never miss if they're out on tour? Or you love their shows? Or you watch their sitcom every week?
You when you go out on your big cooking shows.
Thank you. Chris, I'm going to pay you $2 for that comment later.
I love it when you're on tour. You're at Mass. Tonight she's going to make soup. And people are up in the rafters. Soup. It's great.
Please welcome the very lovely Rachel Ray, everybody.
I want to know something. You come to my show, I cook for you all morning, I put a spread out. We cook for people because we figure you're probably very tired. You're all very busy professionals in the creative arts, so we want to be prepared with food. You come here, in the dressing room, I kid you not, he left Lady Speed Stick for me, and toothbrush, and toothpaste, and soap, and I'm like, what are we saying? I did not bathe? I did not take time to get the stink off before I came here.
No. I leave. That was my Lady Speed Stick. The Lady Speed Stick advertise on CBS. They do now. Yeah.
I'm gonna get me a big old free case when I get home.
Yeah. Well, look, you got some water. There's some water over there.
Fabulous. Thank you.
We got some. Hold on. We got some of the
Purell again.
No, hand sanitizer. You want some hand sanitizer?
Yes, please.
All right then.
Oh, I love it.
Do you really? Do you use a lot of hand sanitizer? Do you hand sanitize after you have guests? No, like if Andy Dick or something on, I'm like, do you ever do that? I do that.
No, but people always hand sanitize after me because my hands always smell like onions, garlic, you know,
But
because
that's
I
a
cook all
lovely
day.
smell. Can I smell your hands?
Well, now they smell like your hand
Well,
sanitizer.
They don't, actually.
It's, yeah, is it
No,
onion, garlic?
Biscuit. Biscuit. Oh, my God, what's that? What's that?
Wait till I tell my mom what I did today. Actually, I had my fingers sniffed.
No. I'm European. We do that all the time. That's very... No, what have you been cooking recently? What have you been doing this summer? Have you been out on a cooking tour, making soup?
I actually, I did not go on cook tour. I spent part of the summer lobbying in Washington. I was like Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, but
For what?
in girl form. I was working on the Child Nutrition Reauthorization Act.
Oh, well,
and
good for you.
Getting more money for our school kids to have better food. And then I started, because I didn't have enough work, I started a new franchise over at Food Network for their sister channel, Cooking Channel. It's called Rachel Ray's Week in a Day, which I brilliantly thought up because it rhymed with my name, Rachel Ray's Week in a Day. And then I sat down to
What
write
about
this.
Rachel Ray? She's sometimes gay.
Well, there you go.
Because I'd watch that show, I tell you.
I actually have a short list of women that I am a little gay for.
Really? Really?
Absolutely.
Oh, come on.
Tina Fey's the top.
Oh, that is
but
so
she
awesome.
knows that I've told her.
I like Tina Fey. Every time I
love
met her,
She's
she's
brilliant.
very friendly and nice. And
brilliant.
I thought because she's so smart and clever and talented, she'd be one of them Hollywood types. But actually, no.
No, she's very cool.
No. Although I did, after I met her and I went away, I noticed she was pureling.
Well, as we all do.
Who else are you gay for then in the girl world?
Well, she's the top of the list.
Okay,
Everybody else
okay.
is pale, pale.
But who would you, like, not gay for, but maybe just a pillow fight in slow motion?
Well, that's a lot. That's
Nah.
a big group.
I'm-
See, you're distracting me.
all right.
So the week in a
The
day
week in a
thing-
day, yeah, right, all right.
But
So-
I teach you how to make a whole week's meals in one day.
I can't have a whole week's meals in a day. I have an addictive personality. If I have a whole week's meals in the house, I will eat them right away. That's
I
true.
never thought that through, but you're right.
That's true. People like me, we can't do it. I'm like a dog. If there's food in the house, I eat it till it's done. I would eat myself to death.
Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah. No, really.
All right, so don't watch that show. You can tune into the daytime show.
I do, often.
Really?
Do you remember that time I was on your show and you were showing a clip of me and I was wearing a shirt? And and in the clip, you said, oh, you were here a few months ago. Have you got that clip? Watch this. Watch this
It's
clip.
hysterical.
Bold statements.
That's right. You're looking at a confident man. I was wearing the same shirt. I was wearing this. Wait, that was years ago. I had the same shirt on.
I wasn't.
I feel awful.
And do you know what's weird? This is the weirdest thing. When I came to work today, I was wearing that shirt.
No. What is going on with that shirt?
I think I've got a secret kind of infatuation, sex, blue shirt thing with you.
I think it is. I think you're gay for the blue shirt.
No, you know what it is? I like to wear dark, loose clothing when I'm feeling a little chubby.
So you have felt chubby for, what, 2.5 years now?
Yeah, I've felt chubby since I was in 4th grade.
Really?
Yeah.
Such a-
A little bit. I was a husky kid. I didn't have the good nutrition that you're promoting. I lived in Scotland. We had potatoes and gravel. That's it.
You are. That's every time you come on, we
Straight
make.
to my ass.
Jeff needs a couple of potatoes.
Yeah,
don't you
he
think?
could use a couple of potatoes.
He could use a couple of potatoes.
Unfortunately, he doesn't have a digestive tract, so it just,
It just goes right
yeah, it just
through.
goes all through. You give him a potato and it's just a little bunch of potatoes in the. Yeah. Anyway, so what? The good nutrition. I didn't have it. What kids should they eat?
You know-
Rachel.
Somewhere in there was a very thoughtful sentence. Well, I'm a believer in whole foods. I think kids can eat mac and cheese. There's nothing wrong with it. I just think you should make your own instead of like little powdered orange stuff, and maybe switch out a little whole wheat or whole grain pasta, giving them protein and fiber. I think you can sneak in a lot of good nutrition quite easily to
And
anybody's
how
diet.
long have you been in Al Qaeda? Because are you talking about making your own mac and cheese?
Yes.
I didn't come to this country to start noodling around with that, but I want to go to the store, Get the bag, pour in the hot water. Hey, presto, delicious orange food.
Right. Absolutely. Check. So we will not be making that when you come to the show.
No, no.
I didn't know how the affinity that you have for cooked testicles, though. We could do some balls next time.
Have you ever cooked and eaten testicles?
I have not, but I'm sure I could. I feel confident that I would be good with balls. I'll marinate them and brine them. In fact,
Say that again. You would want.
marinate them or brine them so they're nice.
You can say that again.
Salty. Salty and tender balls. Yes.
Say it again and say it a little slower. Wow, I think I mean, I guess it's just all protein. It's a delicious meat, I guess.
You know what? There's so many other things. Well, there's still pasta. I mean, what?
Yeah.
Really?
You know, if there's a choice between pasta and nards, I'm going for pasta.
I have eaten many, many, many things, including bugs, but, you know.
What kind of bugs did you eat?
You know, it was a big trend when I worked in gourmet markets and food markets.
What age were you, 4?
About 20 years ago. It was a trend about 20 years ago where there was chocolate-covered grasshoppers and, like, I'm not kidding.
Really?
It was like a thing. Right? See the head nodders?
They'll say anything for free chicken. Yeah. Really?
Yes.
Was it nice, like a chocolate-covered grasshopper?
It just tastes like crunchy, just kind of crunchy.
Well, what's wrong with peanuts?
Didn't really taste like anything, really.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, you put dark chocolate on anything, I guess I'd try it.
You know, me too. I love dark chocolate.
Love dark chocolate.
Yeah, no. Do you know what I ate once was snake?
I've had snake, absolutely, sure.
Yeah.
Snake, shark, all that, yep.
Shark?
Shark was pretty good.
Shark's all right. Tastes a bit like chicken.
A tougher piece of chicken.
A tougher, fishy piece of chicken.
A tougher, fishy piece of chicken. Yeah, again, while there's pasta. Do you know who is surprisingly good eaters? You know, we were out here filming our big first show of the daytime talk show's new season.
Right.
I spent the afternoon with the gorgeous Kardashian family.
Oh, yeah.
Very good eaters.
Oh, you surprised me.
They're also trim and gorgeous.
Really?
And they loved their pasta. I made them a little lunch.
They look to me like they enjoy a bit of pasta.
What they do? They don't know.
What the hell's wrong with you? I could have easily have said they look to me like they enjoy balls. And I didn't. Do you believe I'm being judged? Do you know what I was struck with when I was at your show? Just when I look at the audience
Yes.
here, your show, the audience is almost entirely made up of very attractive women. I noticed that was there. It's very unnerving. It's like going into a harem.
They really are
I know.
good looking. It's crazy.
It's very upsetting. You go in there and I think, oh God, I think I'm doing something wrong. I'm going to end up on TMZ or something just being here.
They are really good looking. Like, it's striking. Like, we all come out and we say, geez, there's another bunch of good looking people. I have to go change again. I'm underdressed.
I don't have that problem here, as you can see, but they.
I think it's nice. You have a nice
I have a broad section. I have some very attractive people around, and then some other ones to kind of frame them.
Oh, do you remember? It was the time before last, I think I was here. There was a girl in the audience I was gay for. The girl in the brown dress, remember, with the nice, like, dragon embroidery? Remember her?
Yeah, I do.
You kept chit-chatting her up, and I was
chatting
like,
with her, yeah.
I agree with you.
I got into trouble over that.
Oh, probably not good to bring that up then.
Yeah. We're out of time, Rich.
All right.
Yeah,
We'll just edit that little snippet out, and there you go. Tighten her up.
Edit?
That doesn't happen.
You're
here a
not
lot.
daytime now, sister girl. We got Rich Ray, everybody. Doodly doodly doo doodly. Doodly doodly doo doo doo. I loved Mr. Rogers, didn't you? I did. All right. My next guest is an author of a book called I'm Dying Up Here, which is now in paperback. Please welcome William Knoedelseder, everybody. William Knoedelseder. you go by? Not William, Bill.
Bill, that's it.
All right. So listen, I've read this book,
That's
and I'm very proud. It's the first one. No, I've read the book, which is about. Well, you know what it's about.
Yes, I do.
It's about
You can quiz me.
Well, okay. Is it about stand-up comedy, the stand-up comedy scene in Los Angeles in the 1970s? Sort of.
Exactly.
Right.
Yes, that's partially what it's about.
When some young men were starting out in comedy. Who's this young shaver there? Look at that.
That'd be David
adorable-
Letterman.
Oh, what a little. Look at that lovely
I know.
face.
He was about 28 at the time.
And who's this evil Machiavellian genius?
His nemesis, Jay Leno.
Jay Leno, yeah. And who's this? Is that
Lewis.
Snooki?
That's it. That'd be Richard Lewis.
And there's the late great Andy Kaufman there
As
as well.
Elvis, actually.
Yeah, and the book chronicles, I guess, the comedy strike in Los Angeles.
Indeed.
What was that about again?
Well, it was about comedians not getting paid for their work, so they went on strike at the Comedy Store.
Yes.
They went on strike for for a job they weren't getting paid for, which is kind of unique. And
it's kind of weird when you think about it, yeah.
Labor history, yes.
It was like there was going to be a trade union born out of it, and then it never happened, right?
Right, it did not. Well, yeah, comedians and unions and organization kind of don't go together, but it was an insurrection of the moment.
Yeah.
That took place because, I mean, back at that time, it's hard to think about it now, but if you wanted to see comedy, you literally had to go to one or two clubs in the country.
Right.
And if you wanted to get on the Tonight Show, the Johnny Carson show, which is, if you didn't get on the Johnny Carson show, you could not be a comedian.
Yeah, a lot of people still want that show now.
Well, exactly. You had to go to a you had to go to a club where the talent scouts to the Carson show actually would come after work and sit.
Right.
They didn't have. There was no.
Well, we still do that here. We still have comedians on the show.
But that was the only way.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
couldn't send tapes around. There was no videotape.
Right.
You know, so.
And there was a group of comedians at the time who were coming up. Tom Dreesen, the comedian, is still working a lot as well. He was very much part of the organisation of the strike, wasn't he? But these guys went on to real superstardom. David Letterman, Jay Leno, Richard Lewis, and Andy Kaufman. Andy, of course, sadly died. Well, it was about 20 years ago now.
Yeah, some years after this happened. Yeah.
And who was the do you have a personal favourite out of these guys at the time?
Well, that's hard to say. Andy was the weirdest one.
Well, yeah,
no doubt about that.
He's Andy Kaufman.
Yeah, exactly. There was no one stranger than Andy.
Yeah.
And there was no template for what he was doing.
Yeah.
He was not what you would call a stand-up comic, though, and he was.
Yeah, he's more a performance artist, really, wasn't he?
But what happened was when Carson moved the show from New York to Los Angeles in '72. All the funny people, of my generation, the funniest people of my generation, they all moved. It was like this invisible...
They followed the show.
This visible migration that took place, and they just showed up, and they rented cheap apartments within walking distance of the Comedy Store on Sunset, and they created this world, this community, unlike any before or since.
And was there a camaraderie even between Dave and Jay? And all that kind of
Dave
thing?
and Jay were quite close back then.
Yeah,
They sort of
Did
bonded.
they have an affair sexually?
Well,
It's my last show, everybody. Good night.
You'll have to talk to Dave about
Yeah,
that.
that's right.
He's sort of, they were quite close, and they were always. If you were at the Comedy Store, they would always be standing together in the back, and they were like the big men on campus in that scene. Everybody knew that Dave and Jay, Leno and Letterman. It was like they were connected with an ampersand.
Right.
They were going to go somewhere. Nobody knew where because it wasn't mapped out yet.
Right.
And they were all the same age, and it was sex, drugs, rock and roll, staying up all night long, being funny and eating at all night places. Nobody had any money.
That's what I kind of... how do you get the sex, the drugs, and the staying up all night and be broke? Because I could never do it. It was either,
Sex was cheaper back then, I guess. That's right. That's right.
The money goes out now instead of coming in. That's a byproduct of age, I'm afraid.
That's right. It was free love. But
free love.
No, it's not.
So there, well, it's a very interesting book. I really enjoyed reading it very much indeed. I thought it was fascinating, a fascinating subject of a study of a fascinating time. I'm dying up here. How do you pronounce your second name, Bill?
I pronounce it Knoedelseder.
Knoedelseder.
Yeah, others pronounce it other ways, but I'm probably right.
It's one of those ones you kind of wish your grandpa had listened to the guy at Ellis Island a little bit.
Yeah. Actually, they changed.
What about Murray? Murray's good.
I'm actually Irish. We had one Kraut in the family, and there you have that.
Wow.
You stuck with that name.
That's it. They can't help themselves. They annex everything.
That's it. Yeah.
Well, we're out of time now, Bill.
That's the way it goes.
Yeah. See, I wish more guests had that attitude. You know, rather than trying to hang on with
Do they do that?
No, they want to talk to me about their stuff.
Sad, isn't it? It's sad.
Drives me mad, Bill. Drives me mad.
I know.
Don't know why I have to put up with it. Still, good times.
High times.
Yeah.
High times.
High times. Yeah. Have you any other more books coming out? Have you written another book?
I'm working on a book right now about the rise and arguable fall of Anheuser-Busch, which is the beer company. You know,
I know what Bush is. I know what Bush is.
It's just as funny as this one.
Is it a funny book?
No, it's not funny. It's very, very colorful and dramatic.
Set in Milwaukee?
Set in St. Louis.
Oh, I thought
my
Bush
hometown. No, Bush is in.
Oh, it's Pabst they're in Milwaukee.
Yeah, that beer. That beer.
I'm sorry. When I drank, I didn't care for labels.
Me too. I know that story.
Yeah.
But I read your book. I read your book in the Green Room.
You read my book in the Green Room?
Yeah, it's actually really good. You know, I didn't get through it, but you know, at the end of chapter 3, the thing about Frank Sinatra and your parents, I choked up.
Yeah.
It was, wow,
I wasn't always some late night douchebag, you know. Occasionally I wrote for, I've written a book or two.
Right. You got away with prose. You don't. Yeah, it's just.
No, so your book's good too.
Oh, thanks.
I think we're getting along rather well. Well, we have to go.
Okay, right.
Bill Knoedelseder. Knoedelseder.
A before E.
Murray Henderson, everybody.
If you're watching Craig at home, you're missing half the fun. Consider this your formal invitation to laugh live in our studio audience at a taping of The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson. Please give us a call at 323-570-0059 or visit our website at oneiota.com.
What did we learn on the show tonight, Craig?
You may well nearly applaud. Because that is awesome. Let's just run the story by us again. The cat meows, the zombie comes out, the cat tries to shoot the zombie with its handgun. Cats do not have fingers. However, the cat manages to fire the gun at the zombie, but the zombie is like, and can still get the cat. But don't worry, because the cat has a flamethrower in its ass. You know what? See that? See right there? My dear friends, right there, that is American entertainment. And when you send your kids out to see that Harry Potter English twink in the broom, or when the kids go and see the vampires that care about relationships, you're doing them a misservice. What you want to do is get your kids to enjoy the pure entertainment value, the American entertainment value that is a cat with a flamethrower in his ass. Because that's how this country was built. I mean, not exactly. It's not like Lewis and Clark said, well, let's try over this way. How are we going to get through all those woods? We'll bring up the cat with a flamethrower in his ass. Right, over that way. That's what you do in old movies to tell the wagons to move. You do that. I practiced that when I was a kid because I thought I'd be a movie star in America. No kidding, I would do that. I would go like that. And the weird thing is, if you do that long enough, wagons come by you. Well, we're out of time, even although it's the future. So we'll be back soon with a cat with a flamethrower in its ass. God bless America. Good night, everybody.